I obtained some massive upgrades in the last video, and holy crap did I get spooned on those. It's time to start climbing the PVM ladder. From entry level to end game, each encounter offers something sought after. Throughout this account, I've carefully crafted my own PVM ladder and obtained some pretty massive upgrades. I'm in what I call my upgrade arc, and I'm setting my sights on the 3 more encounters this video. They may be mid-game bosses, but content-wise they are far from it. Hey, how's it going everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Logging Chunks, a series where I obtain collection log items and use those items to unlock any adjacent chunk of my choosing. I started this journey in Lumbridge, and for every 100 chunks I unlock, I up the ante. I've unlocked 200 chunks, so I need 3 collection log items plus the added GP cost of 10,000 times the numerical order of the chunk I'm unlocking. My end goal is simple: the Trimmed Achievement Diary Cape. Detailed rules can be found in the description or my rules video. And here is a big fishing level, sort of 58 for leaping salmons. I'm here because I need to get 68 fishing for a hard clue that I have, and also I don't want my Tears of Guthics going into fishing anymore. It's pretty embarrassing, honestly. Okay, I got 62 fishing, and that's 1850 total. These total levels always sneak up on me. Yeah, and there we have 68 fishing for the fishing guild. I could have boosted to get in here, but I don't really like to boost, unless it's 85 Slayer, of course. This didn't take that long, maybe 13 hours. I was just working on the previous video, editing that. But I'm all done, so it's time to play the game a little bit. The first encounter I want to focus on is the Perilous Moons. I've done 10 KC and I already have 2 uniques. They're not the best uniques, but it is collection log items, and that's what I'm all about on this account. The combat tasks are looking okay. I kind of want to go here for the combat tasks too. I've already kind of gone over Perilous Moons and what to expect on this account, but the only thing you need to know is the Eclipse Moon is weak to stab, Blue Moon is weak to crush, and the Blood Moon is weak to slash. My weapons aren't the best, but slash and crush are pretty good. It's just stab I don't have a great weapon for. And the drop rate to get any unique is 1 out of 19. There is duplicate protection to an extent. If you get the full set and you kill that same moon, you will have a chance to get a duplicate of its set. If I do complete a set by chance and I still want to stick around, I'll just kill the other ones. The only thing affected is your base loot, which honestly is not that great here to begin with. Actually, before I head to Perilous Moons, I'm going to get 85 Hunter. I'm currently 84. But at 85, I can barehand these Moonlight Moths, which, I'll be honest, it's much better than taking that butterfly net with you, so I'll just knock this out really fast. Alright, and this tunnel right here is going to get me level 85 Hunter. There we go, so I can barehand those little butterflies. It's honestly kind of decent GP. It'd be way better if I had 77 Herblore, but it's still pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to go for a couple combat tasks here first. Defeat it with the Dragon Scimitar. I'm going to bring this. I'm also going to work on this passively, Fat of the Land, which is 30 Perilous Moons without leaving the dungeon. Oh, you know, don't mind me. Just restoring some prayer barehandedly, by the way. Okay, Blood Moon down. This should be the combat task. I did nothing but Dragon Simi. Perfect, back to my roots. So next thing I'm going to go for is likely the one with the Eclipse Moon. Getting attacked, but I think it's the one where you just attack it on its clone phase. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, and there is the Clone Zone. Now, as far as the next one I'm going to go for, I believe I'm going to go for Fortified here. That one's pretty simple. Maybe this one, we'll see. Okay, I decided to go for Fortified, which is consuming no supplies when you defeat a moon. That one was very easy. And chest 15 every 5 KC, it's looking like. There's the Blue Moon Spear. This honestly isn't a very great item for me. I can't even imagine where it might be best in slot at, but at least, plus side, I'm 4 out of 13 already. If you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I got the dream of 1,000 at any point. It doesn't matter, but you know, the end of the year is coming up, so it'd be a good time. So I guess getting that drop means I can do the Betrayal combat task. I could technically do it from the beginning since I do have the Eclipse Atlatl here. It's just that I know using range here isn't very good, but I guess I can just staff bash with this thing. Alright, there's the Betrayal one. That was pretty easy. Went pretty decent with this Blue Moon Spear here. That was killing a moon with its own weapon. Okay, let's see if we can get a nice little cheeky back-to-back. Nope. Coming in with 76 attack. Ooh, and I got a combat task, Fat of the Land. Okay, so that is the 30 moons without leaving the dungeon a single time. I thought it was 30 KC to be honest, but I'm really glad it's just 30 moons. Coming up on chest number 25 here. It's been very quiet, and it's quiet yet again. There's a 3-point combat task for 25 KC. Alright, so I've had a slight gear change here with the Darox helmet. You really want to prioritize defense bonus here. I traded the Berserker helm out for this, but it's going to be worth it. I think I'll get just fine DPS. I may be mixing like 1 max hit. Oh, got a combat task here. Oh, the Speed Chaser one. I believe that's under 8 minutes. But hey, check that out in the chat. I got the medium combat achievements done. Let's go. I was looking forward to getting that. It's partly why I came here, as you can tell. I'm gonna go collect this chest and then go get that reward. Okay, so here's the Gommel's Hill 2, and on top of this being just really beneficial for my Trollheim teleports, my only way to get up there, I also get an increased chance to get medium clues by 5%. I get 10 more bosses when I do like a boss slayer assignments. Don't really plan on doing that much. Warriors Guild obsolete at this point. 2 additional pest control points, which is nice. The prayer draining effect from barrows is massive, along with the cannonballs. I can hold 5 extra ones. Very pleased with all that, but let's go ahead and head back to the moons now. Oh, wow. Okay, Blood Moon Chestplate. That is a really good item. This is pretty much the best item that I could get here, barring the dual paddles, of course. So, okay, let's go. When you compare this to its counterpart, the Fighter Torso, overall, and I have a little chart here I could put on the screen, overall it's much better. Only 2 defense bonuses are slightly less, but those are very marginal. The mage and range bonuses you get from this Blood Moon chest in particular are so much better, so pretty much everywhere this is going to be best in slot versus the Torso. Gotta check this back to back here, and nope, no luck. Sometimes I just like to pull up the collection log overview section and just look at all these. I'm so glad they made this a thing. It looks so clean. And coming up on chest 50 here, there is nothing in here. I think at this 50kc mark, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little break. Go try out another boss in particular that you'll find out in just a moment. The second encounter I'm setting my sights on is the Royal Titans. Released relatively recently, they're a great mid-game duo fight. You can solo it, which I do plan to do for the glory, of course. I do have a friend who's regularly asking me to duo the Titans with him. Like I mentioned, I'm doing the solo for now. If I get the first drop, maybe I'll consider duoing, but for now, sorry Buzz. Pretty much every single collection log item here is very useful, but the 2 in particular that I do want the most is the Mystic Vigor Prayer Scroll and the Deadeye Prayer Scroll. Those are upgrades to Mystic Might and Eagle Eye. Once I get these prayers, I'll be pretty set to do CG. Being that this is a duo fight, you have to defeat both of them at the same time, and then you can only loot one. The fire one drops the Mystic Vigor Prayer Scroll, and the ice one drops the Deadeye Prayer Scroll. I need to decide on which one I want to loot first, but once I do start looting that one, I'll be committed. So one of the biggest things here is going to be my transportation to Royal Titans. Typically you would use this fairy ring. I don't have that chunk unlocked, and I'm not going to go for it, at least not now. I technically have a bank chunk, but I'm not going for it. I'm just going to move my house to Remington. It's currently all the way in Zaya, so I can do my farm runs. But I'm going to go ahead and move it now. It only costs 5k, so that's not bad at all. And the last thing I did here was buy the supplies. It's pretty expensive. I spent about 2.7 mil on all this stuff. But it's going to be worth it. I'm not going to really make money. I'm not going here for money by any means, but I think the regular drops might yield me some profit. All right, here is my very first attempt sped up, and I'm just going to talk over it very briefly. You may have heard these little bumps in the microphone. I had my pop filter removed a little bit, causing all those bumps. It gets resolved very soon into this video, probably like another 2 or 3 minutes. And also, this is a very failed attempt here, as you could tell. I definitely changed some things up after this attempt. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and teleport out. I'm panicking too much. I just need to go back to the drawing board here. I'm just making tons of mistakes. Trying to do too many switches, I think. Okay, nice. Perfect. That took so long. I don't know how long that fight was. It had to have been at least, okay, yeah, 6 minutes. Not great. But I did end up getting 1 combat task for 2 points. I'm going to, there's 2 options here. I'm gonna loot Eldrick, I believe. Just stick with 1 for now until I get its drops that I want. That's honestly not bad. It's like 100k. That's pretty good for this boss, I think. Okay, KC number 2 and a lot better. A full minute faster. Keep going with Eldrick here. I want the Deadeye Prayer really badly. I got desiccated pages already on 2kc collection log item, along with some pretty bad GP right there, but oh well. A 77 attack. Nice, there it is. Giant Soul Amulet uncharged. It's like a 1 out of 16 or something. Got that early 9. Yeah, 9kc is pretty dang good. Gotta go get some big bones and charge this thing now. Actually, no, I cannot charge this one because the collection log item specifically says uncharged. I keep all the collection logs in the bank, so this one's gonna go in the bank. When I get a second one, I can charge that second one. Holy, okay, we got a couple combat tasks here. It looks like 10kc, Elemental Company. I don't think I killed any, which was that, and then I need room. I'm honestly not sure what that one is. All right, let's look these up. So yeah, kill the Titans without affecting any elementals. Let them fight. I already did that one. Kill 10 KC. Obviously, in the I need room. Extinguish all the fires, and then okay. So yeah, okay. There's extinguish any fires. Nice, nice. Oh, let's go. There's the second amulet, so that means that I can officially charge one and get it here much quicker. All right, you need a big bones and law runes. So it's 1 big bone and 1 law rune per charge. And if you don't know what this amulet does, it teleports you to Obor, Bryophyta, and then obviously Branda and Eldrick. It's a direct teleport right to the entrance. Before, I was having to run pretty far, honestly. I decided to go for the 1-by-1 combat task, which is just killing one at a time, so all the way down to then kill the second one. It was pretty annoying, but there it is. And there is 25 KC Royal Titan Adept. There's 78 attack. Holy cow, that was a fast kill. 258. For a solo, I think 258 here is pretty dang good. All right, and there is 50 KC. Surely I'll get something nice for 50. I think that's like my 7th or 8th one by now. And there's 79 attack. And you know, I wasn't even trying to go for this combat task, but I did it. It takes too long, which is you kill each Titan during that little like 3-second charge up phase. Oh, I got down to 1 HP there, but I managed to get that final kill, and that was the final kill of the Slayer assignment. Overall, pretty unlucky, I guess. 12 of those and some pages. Pretty unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break here for now. Go do some Slayer, maybe get some more Fire Giants or some other boss. We'll see. I do think I am gonna skip tasks, but I'm definitely not gonna skip this one. Nor will I do GGs. It's gonna be GG on that. Well, there is 80 attack. I'm getting these combat levels pretty fast. There's another one, speaking of, 106 combat. That was a lot of GP and ALX, 500k. And I get blue dragons. That's definitely gonna skip this one. And we get Dagannoth. Okay, that's pretty chill bossing. May do some Rex, honestly. I think it's time to get a B ring. But before that, I have to get my obligatory farming level 95 farming. Getting on up there pretty close to the max. Alright, before I go do Rex, I'm not going to be there for quite some time. I don't want to keep leaving and go back. It's really hard to get there. I'm going to go ahead and knock out these like 6 hard clues that I got. I think I'll be able to complete hopefully 3 or 4 of these. I have a lot of locations, surprisingly. Like this one in the wilderness, I just happen to have it. This one's pretty lucky. Most of the wilderness ones, though, I'm just gonna get pretty shafted on. Alright, well, this is pretty awkward. I am stuck up here. I have no departure. I can either die, or I had to run all the way up here. This is like some weird snowflake level of stuff that I don't have to deal with very often, but here I am. Alright, so I got a hard clue here where I need a rune heraldic helmet. I don't have that. I can't buy any because I don't have any logged, so therefore I just have to out this clue. But there's this really cool plugin that you can download, and it gives you the value. It gives you like a, I don't know, an estimated clue of what you could have expected. So this is going to be my way of like keeping track of over time how many clues I end up having to alch. All right, so I did end up doing 3 of those caskets. I got 18 caskets total in the bank. I am stacking those till I think 50. Once I get 50, I'll open all those for like a little dopamine rush. So with those clues being done, it's time to gear up for Dagannoth Rex, and I'll briefly explain how I plan to do this. Now the third and final encounter of the video will be Dagannoth Rex, just him. I am not tri-breeding. I can probably pull it off, but it's not going to be worth it. Dagannoth Rex offers 2 big upgrades, being the Dragon Axe for obvious reasons for woodcutting, and the Berserker Ring. When I do imbue the B ring, it will be my best in slot ring at most, if not every single melee situation, as it offers 8 strength bonus, which equals 2 max hits. The plan is to bring the main account along with the Gather Chunks account, run in with the main account, full aggro on Prime and Supreme. Once they're distracted, I sneak in on Gather, go around to Rex's safe spot, and then I can essentially just sit here and camp here for as long as my supplies last. I'm going to use Ice Blitz to DPS and then Blood Blitz to obviously heal. I have 175 chances to get at least one of these upgrades that I want, but if I do see a warrior ring, I'll be happy that it's a collectible item, but very disappointed, as that ring is pretty bad. Okay, so now that I am here, I'm going to send the main account into the Slayer Cave. It does not have a Slayer assignment for Dagannoth, but I can still go in there. I just can't damage any of them. And it looks to be, you can't see the screen, but it looks to be okayly set up. All right, so I have pulled aggro on both. It's got a tank long enough for me to get down here. And then I'll get Rex over here in the safe spot. Okay, there we go. Got it. There's the first KC. Okay, there it is. The Frozen King. I was expecting that combat task. Unfortunately, these bones are not going to be noted, so I'm just going to be burying these, and I'll take a little load back with me. Oh, and there's 10 KC for that combat task. And here we have 25 KC. It's going pretty well so far. Still on the first trip. Oh, and there's 90 hit points, looking pretty healthy. Currently at 34 KC. All right, well, there is the first trip done, and I think this is like a 1 out of 128 drop. But overall, it went really good. I'm going to make a small change, bringing one less prayer potion. I'm not going to bring that super energy that I brought because I don't need it. And I think I'm going to bring 2 more super antis, so I can stay there for like 75 KC. Well, there's another trip done. I'm at 130 KC, which was, funny enough, exactly 75. I completely ran out of blood runes. I've seen a lot of 1 out of 128 drops, but none that I want. This collection log's looking pretty sad. Oh, and you know another thing? I got 92 magic last trip. It didn't even notice until literally just now. I'm just a little distracted with editing on the side, to be honest. Oh yes, the dragon axe, that's what I wanted. One of the 2 items that I wanted. I'm just hoping I get I only got 2 KC left. This task is not going well, but at least I got a dragon axe so far. My no. That's the back-to-back. Oh my gosh, I had to put my mic over for this. Let's go. Back-to-back. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I got a back-to-back. The audio was just hardly usable there, but I decided to use a little bit of that. But insane that I got that back-to-back. No, not back-to-back, but I do know sharks are a 1 out of 128 drop, so technically. But yeah, overall this was pretty successful. The last 3 kills were clutch. I'm glad that I got these 2 items and no warrior ring. So I have no need to go back to DKs at all until I want to try Brid way down the line to get a Sears ring and the circle and all that stuff. So I'm just going to go back to Slayer. So if you're a series regular, you know that I have to buy a second one to imbue it. And if you don't know, this is your first time watching me, go ahead and check the description. I have an Xtreme Clogger rule down below. So I need to buy a second B ring to imbue this one before I go do my Slayer task, which I did get blood velds. So here's the original alongside the one that I got. I wanted to give myself a little extra challenge since I'm a main account. That's pretty much the reason why. Okay, and about 2 hours later, finally got my points to imbue this sucker. So go ahead and imbue that for 650. I got a little extra after this. I can buy some more potions a little bit later next time I imbue things. Yeah, there it is. Plus, it's going to be a +8 strength bonus. I think it gives, yeah, it looks like a +8 crush defense bonus, which is kind of useless, but yeah, there we go. Oh, and there is 81 attack. I was wondering why the CC was popping off. Big congrats to Grand Exchange for getting that Dragon Hunter's wand. Okay, we got Fire Giants again. This was 3 tasks into Slayer again, so that's perfect. Time to work on this collection log a little bit more for Titans. It's not looking good so far. It's pretty grim. Hopefully this task can give me something decent. We'll see. So before I go back to Royal Titans, today is November 6th, and at the time of recording this, sailing is just 2 weeks away. I have not even thought about sailing. I have no idea how it's going to affect me. But with this being RuneScape's newest skill, it will no doubt change the foundations of pretty much everything I do going forward. Since I need a quest cape for the achievement diary cape, it's going to be quite the journey. If I go just based off the map, I can tell immediately there's going to be a lot of new chunks that I'll need. There's a few quest icons somewhere that I've seen. I don't know why this is showing that I have chunks here. I most definitely don't. I guess I can't change those right now, but yeah, all these are going to have to be unlocked, I'm sure. There's definitely going to be a quest involved here at some point, so I'll be needing a ton of ocean chunks. There's a lot to think about, and honestly, I haven't gotten that far yet. But when this video releases, which will be a couple weeks after sailing releases, to be honest, I'll probably have some kind of plan. Oh, 81 Slayer. Can I get something nice for that? Well, I just happened to be looking through the collection log here because I was going to do a little bit of forestry because I need some AFK time. I need one more item. I was looking and there's some sailing collection logs here. We got lost schematics, boat paints. We got sailing miscellaneous, sea treasures, probably some other things. I had to count everything up, but that's got to be over 60 for sure between everything. Oh, no way. There's the Deadeye Prayer Scroll coming in 119 KC. Let's go, dude. Oh, I'm so glad I got that. Finally, I see something other than a desiccated page and a dang amulet. So many amulets, but yes, there it is. Time to get one more. So this one's going to go in the collection logs tab. I have to get a second one. I really hope it doesn't take me another 119 kills. If I were to read this scroll now, I would not get a second one. Once I get that second one, I will read that one. So I'll forever have this one. And if you notice, it's not a bank filler here. I don't know why that is. I guess it's just either an oversight or just nobody does this, but I'm gonna do it. So Ice Element Crown Staff. Sorry, I had to pull my mic over for this one. Let's go. I only need one more item. Computer crashed, so I also have to relook this up. Perfect search. 4 out of 7. Let's go. Just one more Deadeye. So can I get a back-to-back and get the prayer scroll? Nope. Desiccated pages, at least. And here's 82 attack. Honestly, bossing is pretty good for XP. Especially these Titans. I get like 5k XP per kill. Okay, whoa, okay, looks like I missed an elite clue. I didn't know this plugin did that, but that's honestly kind of cool. I have no plans to do elites anytime soon. This kill right here is so fast, it's got to be a PB. Yeah, 238. For only DPSing with melee during the second phase, that's really good. There's 83 attack. And there we have 200 KC for, of course, funny enough, a missed hard clue, which could have been a collection log item. Oh, well, you hate to see it. I guess I'll go drop those. I'm going to keep pressing through. I got 95 kills left. With any luck, I can get at least an Ice Crown piece or maybe a second scroll. Well, I don't get much range XP here, but there is 88. Got like a half a level here. Well, this is the second one, but at least I can sell this one. It's kind of grim though that I got this before I got the second Deadeye. They're, I believe, the same rate, so just unlucky overall, but hey, at least it's 2 mil to the cash. And the back-to-back yields nothing. Yes, let's go, that's what I'm talking about. The second Deadeye prayer scroll is achieved. 231 KC. I'm gonna go ahead and learn this Deadeye prayer. Oh, that is so nice. It's not a massive DPS upgrade, but it is an upgrade nonetheless. It'll help out with CG and other bossing that I do, so it's fantastic, finally. I am motivated more than ever now to get this Mystic Vigor prayer scroll. I got a decent amount left on the task. Yeah, 64 left. That's almost the drop rate for one of these pieces. Well, I don't know when I missed it, but there was 84 attack. I guess I got it a couple kills ago. I'm 15 kills in with nothing so far. Big random jump here. So Sailing just came out yesterday, and I'm doing it on the main for a bit of testing just to see how many chunks I need just to kind of begin and get a feel for it. So far, it's a lot. I'm doing Wealthy Citizens on this account to get some easy clues. As you can see, 226 completions with 42 out of 131 logs total. I'm going to AFK here for probably 15 plus hours. This will be great for future collection log items to unlock new chunks for Sailing. There's already 3, maybe even 4 quests tied to Sailing. So I'll be here for like the next 10, 15, 20 hours. We'll see. Well, it has been about 15 to 16 hours for 94 thieving. Now I have a absolute ton of clues and I got 4 scrolls on me now. But yeah, I got a ton of clues here. It looks like 87 to do. That is a lot. Now, if I can count correctly, there's 134 easy clue locations in the game, and I can do 123, meaning about 92% of steps I can do. And if I get 92% of the 87, I get about 79. I'm not expecting 79, but if I get 75, I'll be pretty happy. Oh, I stumbled upon a good old Dragon Impling doing my caskets here. I'm getting surprisingly a good amount of them. The reason I catch these is because the GE value is pretty good for these. I've only ever caught a couple, but over time it adds up. Yeah, well, I did all my easy clues, and now I've done the 2 hard caskets I could do, so not too bad. I ended up 72 easy caskets, 2 more hard caskets to add to the pile. So now I do have 20 hard caskets to open and 72 easies. I'll definitely be opening those in the next episode. I have pretty big plans for the chunk unlocks that I do want in the next episode, which, now that I think about it, I haven't unlocked any chunks this video. But with all that done, I'll be heading back to the Titans now. Oh, there's a unique Fire Element Crown Staff. Not exactly what I wanted, but that does unlock the Twin Flame Staff. I have 2 kills left in this task. Maybe this can be like a DK's repeat here. Getting that final staff piece to the Twin Flame Staff means I can officially buy it from the GE, or if I get really lucky and get a second piece, I can just make my own. And that makes half of my Season 3 gear upgrades acquired now. It's been a while since I showed this, but I figured I'd show it now. And I'm still only 1 out of 8 skills, so... Okay, and sadly did not get anything for the remainder, and this is the final one for, again, nothing. Decent GP at least. Yeah, 295 KC total, 24 amulets, 2 ice pieces, 1 fire piece, which I called the wrong thing earlier, but yeah, 2 dead eyes, tons of desiccated pages too. However, I did not get the Mystic Vigor prayer scroll. I will come back for that eventually, but I'm ready to take a break from Titans. I can only get about 12 to 14 kills per hour. So yeah, this has easily taken me over 20 hours to do these 295 KC. So I want to go back to the Perilous Moons here in a bit, but I need some AFK time, and I want my next AFK grind to be Castle Wars here. If you don't know, I need to get every single ticket for every single item in the Castle War shop. It's like 5,300 and something. It's going to take a long time, but I'm doing this in the Castle Worlds Worlds. Actually updated these a few months ago. I can get these plaudits, which I think give you tickets as well as some decent GP. But the next clip you see will be the Perilous Moons. Alright, so the first chest bag should be KC 51 for nothing. I have a pretty good feeling though about this. There's 91 hit points. And 108 combat. I've gotten so many combat levels. And speaking of, there's 85 attack for 1875 total. Nice, lined up pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to defense here. It's about time for me to get a little more tanky with things. This has got to be the worst chest I've ever seen, and it's the Bodhi number, of course. Oh, alright, the Eclipse Moon Helm. Believe it or not, that's actually a pretty massive upgrade for me. So 78 KC for that, pretty good. I'm almost halfway of all the items. Let's see if I can keep this luck going. Okay, well, I'm not killing just the Eclipse Moon, but just a couple KC later, there's the Eclipse Moon chest plates. I got, I think, 4 bank chunks now. Just need one more piece and complete that set. And there we have 76 defense. Okay, wow, there's the Eclipse Moon Tacids. With the full Eclipse Moon set, 89 KC. I got those 3 pieces within, I think, 11 or 12 chests. But hey, that's a pretty nice range set to have. I think it'll be technically best in slot. The set effect isn't particularly useful for most situations. I won't be using the full set really anywhere, but it does a 10 burn damage, kind of like how poison works. When compared to the Carol set, which I do only have the Carol's leather top, it's an overall upgrade. The defense bonuses are a lot less on the Eclipse set, but I think in most situations I will use the Eclipse set. It's so nice to look at this collection log here. 89 chests for one full set without killing that specific one. I'm buzzing right now, so I'm no longer going to kill that Eclipse one. Since I'll be killing just 2 moons, my new rate to receive an item will be 1 in 28, and I'll be getting KC much quicker. My original plan was to stop at 100, but I'm going to bump it up to about 110 KC just to kind of make up for the less chances overall. Alright, well here is going to be the 110 KC mark. For a whole lot of nothing, unlucky, but I guess I can't complain. Overall, my log looks pretty dang clean for 110 KC, having 7 items. Combat tasks too, 11 out of 12. The only one I'm missing is by not taking any damage from their special attacks, and I'll be honest, I never really pay much attention. But that will conclude the moons for now. I think it's about time to gather all my items and start selling. So I got a lot of herbs, battle staves, rune items, a couple bones here, just some other little miscellaneous stuff. I can't fit it all in this inventory. I have stuff like coal and like law runes and some other runes that I could sell. Here we go. Okay, and the final thing here, the Ice Element Staff Crown piece that I could sell, just one of them for a grand total of 20. We got 20 points. Okay, pretty much exactly 20 mil. I'm pretty happy with that overall. I could have made a lot more money, I'm assuming, if I could sell every single piece of Moon's gear that I got and all the other staff pieces that I got. I did keep track of every purchase I made for each grind, and it comes out to about 8.4 mil, and if I made 20 mil, I'm walking away with about a 12 mil profit overall. Well over 100 hours went into it, so GP per hour, not great. I did also forget about these desiccated pages, which you can turn into other pages. Burnt pages is the best for GP, which is about 1.4 mil. I just don't have the chunk to do that. I really want to continue doing Moons and Titans, but I've already been filming for close to 2 months at this point, and I really just want to finish this one off. I may not have unlocked any chunks this episode, but a lot was accomplished, so if you like being productive like me, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I promise next episode won't take 2 months, it'll take 3.